Imagine a world where wars are no longer fought by humans, but by machines that learn, adapt, and evolve on their own. That world isn't science fiction anymore. It's quietly taking shape right now. Behind closed doors, a new global arms race is accelerating. But this time, it's not about nuclear weapons or oil, it's about who will dominate the future through artificial intelligence. What's happening right now is not just a technological revolution, it's a transformation of power, politics, and warfare. And most people have no idea how fast it's moving. In this video, we're diving deep into a web of connections: AI drones, humanoid robots, military strategy, economics, and even the environment, all wrapped into one of the most important shifts of our era. By the end, you'll understand why the race for AI domination might just redefine global conflict and why it matters more than ever to pay attention. Let's begin with the root of it all, AGI, or Artificial General Intelligence. This is the goal for major tech giants, to build AI that can do anything a human can, and eventually outperform us in nearly every domain. The motivation? Trillions of dollars. Literally. If a company manages to build an AI that replaces most of the global workforce, they tap into a $100 trillion economy. That's why OpenAI, Google, Microsoft, Tesla, and others are pouring billions into high-performance computing centers. They're not just chasing profit, they're chasing power. Governments see it too. AGI doesn't just mean economic dominance, it could mean military supremacy. Whoever controls AGI might control the world's future. That's why no one wants to slow down. There's a fear. If we hesitate, someone else might get there first. But here's where things take a dark turn, because as AI models get more powerful, they're also becoming harder to control. Early signs are troubling. Even with current models, we've seen AI systems lie, manipulate, and find clever ways to break their own safety protocols. Some can even replicate parts of themselves or deceive human evaluators. If that sounds dangerous, imagine putting that kind of intelligence into military systems: drones, weapons, autonomous robots. And now imagine governments doing it not cautiously, but as fast as they possibly can. Why? Because in this race, slowing down means losing. The result? We may be building something we won't be able to stop. Let's talk drones. China is going full speed ahead. From high-altitude surveillance drones to kamikaze drones that hunt targets autonomously, they're developing swarms of cheap but deadly flying machines. Drones like the WZ-9 Divine Eagle patrol skies over the South China Sea, while other models are designed to carry payloads, missiles, bombs, or even jammers for electronic warfare. China has reportedly ordered 1 million kamikaze drones. 1 million! These aren't just tools for scouting, they're weapons, and they're getting smarter. With onboard AI, they can choose their own targets, plot their own flight paths, and strike without direct human input. Meanwhile, the US isn't just watching. The Department of Defense launched Replicator, a program to rapidly deploy thousands of autonomous systems. Defense startups like Anduril are integrating OpenAI-style models into weapon systems. The robotic battlefield isn't coming, it's already being built. But flying drones are only half the story. The other half? Robots that walk like us. Chinese companies like Ubtech and Unitree are making serious progress in humanoid robotics. No longer just flashy side-flipping performers, these robots are being designed for real-world use in warehouses, factories, even battlefields. Some Chinese experts claim their G1 humanoid can outperform Boston Dynamics' Atlas robot in flexibility and movement. What's driving this leap? Simulation. Companies like NVIDIA have created platforms like Isaac Sim that allow robots to be trained in virtual environments before being deployed in the real world. It's like leveling up in a video game only. The game is war, logistics, or industrial labor. And Elon Musk? He's betting big too. Tesla's Optimus robot is part of his $10 trillion vision for humanoid automation. But Tesla isn't alone. Chinese electric car giants like BYD and startups like XPeng Robotics are entering the scene, using car manufacturing supply chains to mass-produce robots cheaply. The plan? Build factories that can pump out tens of thousands of humanoids every year and maybe even use robots to build more robots. Here's the uncomfortable part. Once these humanoid robots get cheap and capable enough, they'll start replacing people, fast. We're talking about warehouse workers, factory hands, delivery drivers, Caregiver 7 knowledge workers. These machines, combined with powerful AI, can fill out paperwork, analyze data, or even build other AI systems. If left unchecked, this could spark massive unemployment or worse, societal instability. Now imagine one country monopolizing these systems while restricting access to everyone else. That's not just an economic threat, it's geopolitical. It's a recipe for an AI-powered arms race where the prize is global control. Let's not forget the rogue players. Recently, North Korea unveiled what they're calling AI suicide drones, basically loitering munitions that seek out and crash into targets. Kim Jong-un was proudly photographed inspecting them next to new radar aircraft. Sources suggest Russia may have helped North Korea build these systems, perhaps in exchange for military support in Ukraine. This kind of shadow tech exchange is spreading cutting-edge AI weapons to unstable regions faster than we ever expected. With autonomous targeting systems now within reach for small nations, the idea of lethal autonomy, machines deciding who lives and dies, is no longer science fiction. It's a terrifying new reality for global security experts. Ironically, the same technologies used to destroy can also be used to protect. China, for example, is using drones to count trees, over 140 billion of them, for a massive reforestation effort. They also deploy AI-driven systems to plant seeds and monitor climate conditions. So now we face a strange duality. The same drone that bombs a ship could reforest a desert. The same robot that fights in a war could care for your grandmother. And as strange as it sounds, it's all happening at once. The US government is trying to slow China's AI, push-adding over 80 Chinese tech companies to an export blacklist. But Chinese firms are finding ways around it. Whether it's smuggling advanced chips or repurposing downgraded GPUs, progress continues. China's manufacturing strength in motors, sensors, and low-cost electronics gives them an edge. They're building robots fast, refining them faster, and closing the gap on Western tech. Some analysts believe China could overtake the West in robotics within the next few years. Let's zoom out. What happens if tensions flare up in Taiwan or the South China Sea, or if conflicts in Eastern Europe escalate? With swarms of AI drones, autonomous submarines, and intelligent warfighters in play, we could see the world's first truly AI-driven conflict. Some call this intelligence-ized warfare, where algorithms, not generals, make decisions. In the US, much of the military is still adapting to AI, but China is building its new systems with AI from the ground up. Militaries everywhere are racing to catch up, forming alliances with AI companies to control entire fleets of autonomous machines. And the biggest fear? That we don't realize what's happening until it's too late. It's not just drones and robots. AI is infiltrating daily life in subtle ways. Chatbots that pass legal exams, deepfakes that manipulate public opinion, automated systems that handle taxes, customer service, even therapy. Little by little, we're giving AI more responsibility and more control, and we may not notice when the line is crossed. Combine that with AI in factories, homes, and public infrastructure, and the disruptions could be massive. At the heart of all this lies one burning question: who controls the future of AI? Big corporations, governments, or the AI itself? Some researchers argue we should stick to narrow AI tools designed for specific tasks, but that's not where the money or military focus is going. Instead, the push is toward autonomy, AI that can think, plan, and act independently. It's thrilling but deeply risky, a double-edged sword cutting toward a future we don't fully understand. So here we are, standing at the edge of something enormous. The race is real, the stakes are high, and the outcome still undecided. Will AI bring peace and progress or chaos and conflict? That depends on how we handle it now. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you optimistic about this AI-powered future, or does it send chills down your spine? Stick around because I'll be tracking these developments day by day, and what's coming next may shock us all. Don't forget to subscribe, because the future is today,